We moved to Twin Rivers, New Jersey from Yokneam, Israel. And when we moved to Twin Rivers, it's a small town, small community. My parents didn't speak the language, none of us spoke the language. And they wanted a sense of belonging. So that's really where Shalom and Twin Rivers Jewish community came into play. So for the first year that we were in America, we went to Shalom. But then things became more difficult in terms of finances. And my parents felt that they could still have a Jewish home without necessarily sending to a Jewish day school. So at that point, we were switched to public school. Throughout those whole 2 years, there was never 1 month that went by without getting a call from Rabbi Friedman, checking in, not necessarily, trying to make us come back, but just checking in to make sure that we were okay. Rabbi Friedman actually came to our house when it was actually the winter, I believe, of my 4th grade. And he came to our house 6:30 in the morning, knocked on the door. We were still in bed. I remember this as if it was yesterday. And, my sister and I looked at each other and we're like, who's at the door at 6:30 in the morning? And we heard a man's voice, and sure enough, it was Rabbi Friedman, and his first sentence was, I'm here to take the kids to school. My parents like, what? What do you like? They weren't used to anyone like this. Like, they weren't used to anyone. It was basically a fatherly figure. And, moving to a new country was extremely difficult for my parents, for us. And to have someone who basically just came, put his hand on my dad's shoulder and said, I'm here to take the kids to school. That's what I'm here to do. And the truth is, my parents couldn't say no. We finished off the year, and from then on, we went to Shalom. And to be honest with you, it was that story that is allowing me to sit here today.
Because of Shalom, I grew up thinking that it's normal to go to teachers' houses on a regular basis for Shabbos when it's not a Shabbaton. And I grew up thinking that that you're always invited to your teachers' weddings, like, of course. Because of Shalom, today I think that it's normal that my 5th grade teacher, Maura Kellner, then Greenberger now, was at my wedding. Just a lot of things that most kids don't grow up with and are not used to from a school, it's just a place where you're supposed to go and get an education. But for us, for me, it was so much more. It really was an entire basis. It was an entire foundation for the way I live my life. I think that Shalom is an institution that is really a home. You walk in and you go from your house in the morning, from one house in the morning to another house. And you spend the day there with really a family.
The education, even up to just 8th grade, instilled such an amazing foundation in me and in my family. I can honestly say I now have 2 kids that, Shalom just keeps giving.
Shalom not only made me who I am, but because of Shalom, I'm married to the person I am married to today. And because of Shalom, my children are who they are. They go to a from school, and in Hashem, they're going to grow up to be from people. And because of Shalom, they're going to be generations and generations of Yarei Shemayim.
Shalom, thank you for the love, the dedication, the unbelievable education, the sense of family, the sense of identity, the sense of belonging that you gave me.
My biggest hope for Shalom is that they're going to continue to do exactly what they did for my family and me. That they're going to continue to go to other alumni brises and simchas and continue to see just more and more Yiddishkeit flowing for generations and generations.